Parkland school shooting survivors are traveling around the country this summer on a 20-state bus tour to call attention to gun violence and demand gun control legislation. And they're now being tailed by some unlikely and unwanted groupies. Gun rights activists following them from stop to stop and holding protests of their own.
Utah Gun Exchange staff, let's bring it in. You know, I'm certain if we are just ourselves and we act as we normally do, there will be a lot of good information to come out. 1, 2, 3, freedom!
I honestly do not hate the March for Our Lives folks. In fact, I love them. They're kids to the degree that the kids are actually talking. I may be the gun lobbyist, but you're the gun lobby. And thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a weird dynamic because it's the super liberal people of Salt Lake and then the outskirts of Salt Lake coming in all in one room.
We are now going to leave and head over to the convention center where the March for Our Lives rally is going to be held. And we're going to assemble peaceably outside.
My gun sits right here on my side and doesn't jump out and shoot anybody. So stop telling me it's the gun.
Do you believe in bump stocks? That's a machine gun.
She bought me one for Father's Day.
I'm sorry.
If you want more gun control, move to Australia. If you guys want more gun control, move to Australia.
The Utah Gun Exchange is tastefully omitted.
I was hiding in my classroom for 3 hours, not knowing what was going on, hearing helicopters, sirens, wailing. Spent that night crying my eyes out, not knowing who was dead.
This is like an hour, and then the last 30 is audience question.
I didn't really know what to do with myself, so I immediately started organizing.
I see a lot of pain in every room that we go to, but I also see a lot of joy and I see a lot of hope. People actually enjoy us coming because they feel like they have someone to talk to.
Hello, Salt Lake City!
A lot of people have claimed that we have a distaste for our Constitution and for our Bill of Rights, which is just simply not the case. We are strong supporters of the Constitution. We are strong supporters of our Second Amendment, but we also realize where we need to make sure that the public are safe.
In the spirit of dialogue, we will be opening with a question from Sam Robinson, co-owner of the Utah Gun Exchange.
So my question is to the panel and to March for Our Lives, the official organization, are you willing to work officially with Second Amendment organizations to see what common ground we can find in order to work together to create safer schools and communities outside of gun control?
There are various violence interrupters all across the country that we have been supporting. Alex King can speak for himself.
Yes, we also have organizations in Chicago where we go through our communities, and not only through our communities now, but trying to take it to the national level where we teach the philosophy of Dr. Martin Luther King, teaching the way of nonviolence throughout not only the city of Chicago, but further.
The thing I have a problem with with youth is they don't know how the world works. And
let him finish. Let him finish.
How do you propose to get the guns from the Bloods and the Crips before you ask the law-abiding citizens, such as myself, to give up their guns?
I'd like to first clarify, as no one has asked any law-abiding citizens to give up their guns, especially from the March for Our Lives.
And just for the statement you made earlier about the youth doesn't know how the world works, we know that lives being taken away on a daily basis by a gun is not right.
Why do my friends and I feel afraid of talking about pro-gun views at school? Why do people text me and yell at me and my friends when I go shooting at a shooting range? Also, Utah Gun Exchange did a March Before Our Lives, and as we were walking back to our cars, adults and kids at the same time were swearing at us, flipping us off, and coming up to argue with us.
I will say it was misguided and misinformed hate that might have gone your way. But if one is going to have a counter-protest to something that is literally called March for Our Lives, it is not going to look good. And I will not justify hate. I will not justify any of that.
I'm not sure whether we bridge any gaps tonight or not. I thought that the majority of the interactions were very civil. And I think that is a step in the right direction.
When it comes to talking to people that don't agree with us, we want to have more of those conversations. We want these people to come inside so we can hear them out and they can hear us out.